Hello and welcome to WPForms. In this video, we're going to learn how to create a simple contact form for your WordPress site by using the WPForms plugin. Having a contact form ready and available on your site is one of the most important elements you'll want to make sure you have set up before you go live. After logging into your WordPress site, we'll first go to the Plugins page and install WPForms to your site. If you haven't done so already, you can download the plugin from the Downloads tab in your WPForms account area. If you don't have a WPForms account, you can go to wpforms.com/YouTube to get 50% off your purchase. We can head back to our WordPress site, and on the Plugins page, we'll click on the Add New button on the top left corner, and then click on the Upload Plugin button. We'll then choose our file, select WPForms, and activate it once it's done installing. Afterwards, we'll need to verify your copy of WPForms by entering the license key in the Settings page of WPForms. You can find the key on the Downloads page of your WPForms account, and once the license key has been verified, we can get started. We'll go over to the left and click on the Add New option under WPForms to go into the Form Builder. WPForms comes with a few form templates to help you get up and running, including one for a simple contact form, which we'll go ahead and use in this tutorial. The simple contact form template comes with a few default fields, like a name field, an email field, and a comment or message field. But let's say we want to ask for a bit more information, like a user's phone number and address. The drag and drop builder makes adding additional fields super easy. All you need to do is click on the field you'd like to add from the left and drag it over to the right. You can also arrange the order of the existing fields by clicking and dragging them around in whatever order you'd like. When you click on each field, you'll notice that the interface on the left changes. You can customize each field by changing the label and description, and in some cases, the format or scheme. You'll also see a section for advanced options. The available options will vary from field to field, but you'll be able to do things like add a placeholder or a default value, hide the field's label, or even assign a CSS class to the field if you're customizing the style of your form using CSS. Below the advanced options, you'll see conditionals, where you can assign conditional logic to the field. Conditional logic allows you to hide or show a field based on a user's input or selection in a different field in the form. We'll leave these options as they are for now, and head over to the Settings tab on the left. On the Settings tab, you'll see three different settings options: General, Notifications, and Confirmation. You'll also see some additional options that may be grayed out. These will become available to you depending on your license level. The general settings will cover the core basic settings of your form. You can edit the form's title, add a description, and even assign a specific CSS class to it if you'd like. You can also edit the text on the form's Submit button, edit the text that appears on the Submit button while it's processing, and also apply a CSS class to it if you have a specific button style set up already and would like for it to apply here. Below these fields, we have a series of checkboxes where you'll be able to activate some additional features for your form, like our anti-spam honeypot, dynamic fields population, AJAX form submission, and disable storing entry information in WordPress. The Notifications tab is where you can configure the specific settings for your form's notifications. The Send to Email Address field lets you specify who you'd like to receive the email notification for this form. If you'd like multiple people to receive the notification, you can enter multiple email addresses and separate them by using a comma. By default, all form entry notifications will go to the site's admin email address, which can be found by going to your site's dashboard and going to Settings, General, and finding the Administration Email Address field. You can also customize the email notification subject line if you want or need it to be specific. The From Name field lets you specify the name of the person or business that the email notification will say it's from, so it can be a particular person or the name of your business if you'd like. Similarly, in the From Email field, you can customize which email address the notification will say it's from. And this is normally set to show the site's administrator address, so you can change it here if you wanted to read something different. The Reply To field lets you specify which email address you'd like replies to go to, if any. Finally, you can include a message in the email notification as well. The message field currently shows the All Fields Smart tag, which means that the message portion of the notification will contain all of the information that the user filled in and submitted. You can either remove this or keep it and include any additional smart tags or a custom message. The checkbox at the bottom allows you to apply conditional logic to the notification, meaning it will only be sent if the user fulfills any specific rules or requirements you set up. But for now, we're going to leave this box unchecked. The last setting is for your form's confirmation, and you can choose from 3 different options: Message, Show Page, or Go to URL. The Show Page option is usually selected if you want users to see a thank you page or something similar after they've submitted the form, and the Go to URL setting will redirect a user to a different page entirely. Once you've finished configuring all of your settings, let's go ahead and add our new form to our site. Save your changes, and then exit out of the form builder, and once we're on the dashboard, we're going to create a new page for our form. We'll go over to Pages, Add New, and let's add a title. Since we created a simple contact form, let's call our page Contact Us. You can then click on the plus button directly underneath the title or on the top left corner of the page editor to add a new block. From there, scroll down to the Widgets option, click on it, and select WPForms. You'll then be able to select the form we just created, and when it's done loading, go ahead and click on the Publish button on the top right corner. You can then click on the View Page button, and we're all done. Your new contact page is ready and set to start collecting new leads. Be sure to test your new form thoroughly before going live to make sure that everything is working as it should. If you have any questions or concerns, please be sure to visit WPForms.com and check out our documentation page, which has step-by-step written instructions for all of our features and add-ons. If you need any extra technical help, please go to our contact page and reach out to our support team. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed and found this video helpful, subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can learn more about building smarter forms with WP Forms through our how-to videos and more.